Just two adjacent girls living in a lovely world. They took a podcast train going anywhere, but kind of specifically through Austin, Texas. Yeah, hook 'em horns.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to Adjacent. We have a sexy hot tamale mama in the house. She's not single, but she is ready to chat it up with us. I love her because how much she loves you. I love y'all's connectedness and how you guys take care of each other. And I just was so impressed with this interview because she's so open and honest. Who did we have in the house today, Shelmo?
We have K-Stock, Kimberly Stockenbojer. My partner in crime.
In crime. I think what I love about you guys, these are some of Shelly's ride or dies. This is part of her Bunko group that has become the empty nesting group, that they've gone through so many different transitions in their connectiveness, but they will fight to hang out with each other. They set a date, they all show up. I love it.
I love it. We love each other very much. So without further ado, K-Stock in the house.
Let's go.
Adjacent. Very near, next to, or touching. Our tailgate is adjacent to the left field fence. ADJACENT. Adjacent.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to Adjacent. We're back in the studio, Record ATX, and we have a very good, amazing friend that we love so dearly. I just adore her mainly because she and Shelly have mad love for each other. And
yes.
We said this the other day to our friend Penny, that sometimes we love people for how they love people that we love, you know?
Yeah.
So, if that makes sense.
And she loves me so good.
Yes. And they're honest with each other. They're that type of friend that'll check you at the door.
Stop clowning.
Who do we have in the studio today, Shelby?
Have Kimberly Stockenbojer.
Kim's in the house.
Dun, da, da, da.
All the way from South Austin. Everybody has to go north of the river.
Exactly. Everybody's coming north of the river. And she kind of looks like... Who's your doppelganger?
Who is your doppelganger?
Jennifer Coolidge.
Yes.
So she's like, I want a hot dog real bad.
But even hotter than
oh,
Jennifer
yeah.
Coolidge. Way hotter.
Oh, she's really pretty too.
Oh,
That's a
she
compliment.
is gorgeous.
I mean, I used to think
mom has got it going on.
oh yeah, I used to think it was an insult. I was like, but now that I'm older, I'm like, oh yeah, she's pretty.
She's beautiful.
Well,
Yeah.
You're beautiful too.
Thank you. You guys are sweet.
One time we were at Barton Creek Hotel, and I decided to call her Jennifer the whole time, and we had a couple of guys convinced.
Oh.
I was like, yeah, she's here for a junket. So we came to visit her while she was visiting, and they were like, is that like Jennifer the actress? And we're like, yeah, that's her. And they were like, oh my gosh. And so they start chatting her up. They were like zoomed in. They were like all up in her business. And I was like, this is amazing.
Oh my gosh. It was the shenanigans for sure.
If you ever,
Where was that?
I mean, if Jennifer at Barton Creek Hotel.
Oh, yes.
Our old job. If you ever, Jennifer Coolidge, shout out if you need a doppelganger for anything. If you need a twin sister, or what if you could be like her sex double?
Oh, you could be
and like she's having
sex, but it's your body.
Yeah. No. But what if it's like Bradley Cooper and like
yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's kind of flattering because everybody knows who she is now with the White Lotus.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
so she got real popular, and so yeah. And I actually have people that tell me that don't even know me that will come up and say, "Oh, you look just like her."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Wow, okay."
I guess it's true.
It's true. And it's when Boyhood came out, people walked up to Hayden constantly.
Oh yeah,
and said, are you the actor from Boyhood? And he was like, just because I'm in a resale shop doesn't mean I'm the character from Boyhood.
Good answer.
It was so funny. He was like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. And I was like, I mean, it's a compliment. He's adorable.
You gotta be careful when you give those doppelganger comments, because I've gotten doppelganger comments and I'm like, that's,
Jody
I don't know if
gets
that's
Katie Couric.
Katie Couric. I'm like, she's cute.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't
well,
know.
I get Melissa McCartney, which I cherish. She's funny. I love her.
Oh, no.
But it's like, I'm like, I mean, people
no,
used
Punky.
to... Punky Brewster.
Punky Brewster.
That's what Kimmy
That's you.
says.
Punky Brewster all the way. You got the personality, just the whole vibe going on.
Yeah, she wears
love it
mixed
so
match
much.
socks all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hat backwards, just kind
Yeah,
of a
that's funny.
scrappy, you know.
Scrappy.
Scrappy. She draws on her freckles. All right, let's do your stats. Let's see. You're married to Egon.
Yes.
You're a mother of Cassidy and Jake, and you have 2 grandchildren, Cannon, who we interviewed, who is amazing.
Oh my
and Shep.
gosh. He was so good.
He was so good. And I have to tell you, I love those names. Where did Cassidy get the names Cannon and Shep?
I don't know that she specifically got them anywhere specific, and they don't have meaning.
Okay.
As far as they're not tied to anything. She was just looking for unique names that weren't taken and that weren't too far outlandish. And
Yeah.
when she first Cannon, we all loved, but then when she was going to have her second baby, and she told us the name was going to be Shepherd, we were kind of like, they're going to call him Shep. And initially I thought Shep.
Yeah.
That's such a
But he fits it,
nickname,
right?
But now that he's
a little
here,
proud
he's such
boy.
a Shep,
Yeah.
you know, and
Such a
it's
Shep.
it's just such a great name. It's so fitting for him.
I
Yeah,
love
they're
it.
they're the best. They're the best. All of them. They're the best.
Yeah.
Yes, you're blessed with your family, your healthy
Yes.
herd over there. I mean, and you're a Virgo.
Yes.
Team Virgo.
Y'all are Virgos. So it says y'all are hardworking, reliable. Then you can be a worrier. Is that true?
We have plenty to
That's
worry
true.
about.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm a worrier on steroids most of the time, but I kind of learned through some therapy and life that how to kind of reel it in some. But yeah, I'm definitely a thinker. I overthink everything. I analyze everything. I analyze everybody's emotions, everybody's faces, everything they say. I try to figure out, well, what did that mean? And da da da. I'm a little bit much in that department, but I'm working on it.
Well, I understand. I can be an overthinker too. Sensitive to criticism.
Oh yeah, for sure. Even though, like, I'm aware how much it bothers me to be criticized.
Yes.
So I have learned to recognize it when it's happening and calm myself and be realizing, okay, this is you need to hear this, and this is important, and it's true. So yeah, I think that I'm definitely, I think because I'm so critical of myself too. So I'm super, super critical of myself, and I work so hard to try to be like sort of perfect. And so when I don't meet that standard by someone else, I guess it really bothers me. And so it's like I sort of have a little mini inside meltdown, but I've learned to kind of keep it all inside and live with it a little bit. So
I hate to be criticized.
I don't know if anybody likes to be criticized.
I like it.
I mean, Egon, I think likes it. But
I like it. I like it. When it comes from a person that loves me and they're like, hey, you're having a misstep right now. I think you need to reevaluate something. I love it. I lean into it. It's like, not that they're always right and not that I'm going to take all of the information, but it's like, thank you for caring enough to share that.
Yeah.
I mean, I really do. Look at Jody's face.
I
She's
do
like-
not.
She does not. It's like, why are you wearing that sweater? She's like, F you.
I wore my love sweater.
I know. I'm
For
just-
Kim. Shelly
yeah.
got me this.
I get
cute.
really I get super over offended. Like, for example, the other night we had a little get together with some friends. We had a couples game night, and one of our friends came over, and she was looking around my house, and she said, well, what's that picture on your wall? That donkey. And I go, I know, isn't it so cute? I love my donkey picture. And she said, well, it really doesn't go in here. And I was like, I don't respond to those things at all anymore. But
Why
I was
did she
thinking to
say
myself,
that?
yes, he does belong in here.
Also,
This is
nobody
his
asked
home.
you.
But anyway, stuff like even little things like that. And it's like, I feel like hurt. You know what I mean? I have, as Liz says, my friend says, you have small feelings. I'm like, I know. I'm trying to make them bigger, but.
Oh, I thank you for sharing all that.
Well, I never go. Well, I might if it's like Shelly. I might say something about if I walk
she
into
just
her
throws
house,
it-
or
she just
I'll
throws it
just
away.
move it or something. But if I'm going into somebody's house, I'm not like, why do you have that picture over there? It doesn't even go.
Well, and I have to say, like, Kim's house is decorated
It's perfect.
perfectly.
Your house is
and
beautiful.
it's beautiful, and it feels like an oasis. It feels like a spa retreat, and it's like, I mean, I really would just show up and hang out there, and like, I just know I know
It's dreamy.
I know that you're a little introverted, and that's you like to what is it called?
Yeah, you rejuvenate by yourself. Like
and
you,
so
yeah.
it's like I would. And we've talked about this at Flows. It's like, let's just all go and hang out at Kim's house. We could do the hot tub, the sauna, have a lot of fun. It's like-
Absolutely. Absolutely. That all started.
What's your
right-
address?
So right before COVID, like right before COVID, I don't know, I got some notion that I wanted to change out my pool because our old pool was so grubby, and it was one of those drop-in liners, and we'd lived there for a number of years, and it just didn't go with my vibe of what my vision of my house should be. So I just called up and got some bids, and then told Egon I need a check for $25,000 for them to start the new pool. And he's like, what? Are you kidding me? And so I'm like, no. And so anyway, that's how the new pool got started, and it sort of grew. And then COVID happened, and I started using my backyard as sort of my escape from, we can't leave our house, but I've got to have a place also too. I was dealing with, things going on with my son at home. And so I had to have a place that I could get away from my home, and so I started creating this oasis in my backyard, and I just go sit out there and come up with my next little plan in my backyard. And it was a good diversion too.
Yeah.
And so, of course, all that stuff costs money, which was, Egon. If anybody knows Egon, the accountant, he's very nervous about expenditures.
Yes.
And so
it makes his sphincter it's
pucker.
His sphincter puckers.
Yeah, you can just immediately see a physical reaction anytime I talk about anything that might cost money. And so, but luckily, now I'm the hero because since COVID, all of that stuff has gone so skyrocket expensive.
Yeah.
So he's like tooting my horn about how I've, saved us all this money and how I've created this great backyard. And so.
And he lives back there when he comes home.
When he lives there, he definitely goes
in the backyard.
Yeah, I do too, especially like if I'm stressed or I just need to go sit outside or, it's great. It's great.
At the library that I hang out with while Coulter's at school, they have signs everywhere. It's like, you need to go be in nature 20 minutes every hour. Like, you need to go be in nature. You need
Touch
to
grass.
touch grass. Yeah.
Well, when you were talking about your pool, there's this famous housewife. I think she's famous for multiple reasons, but it's Leah Black. She was on the Miami Housewives.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, she bought this house like on Star Island in Miami, like really beautiful area, very posh and everything. But they kept flying over her house, and she has sold it recently, and the pool looks like a penis. Like you could barely tell, but it's like
It's a
and then I thought it was just me noticing it, and then Andy Cohen was like, hey, what'd you do with that penis-shaped pool?
Imagine.
Kim does love the Real Housewives.
Oh, yeah.
She's down for it. So does Egon.
Really?
Yeah.
John, he'll be like a secret watcher.
Yeah.
I'll be watching a show and he'll be like sitting on the steps looking down.
And then he
when
has,
you're watching.
and
then he has crushes on
like Stassi.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I remember when he used to talk about Stassi.
It's so
Yes,
funny when
yes.
John went like deep dives on.
I know.
What was that show? What it was called?
He liked Vanderpump Rules.
He's like,
but-
Oh my
that's
God,
Stassi
that was the best.
Schroeder.
Yeah. So where are you from originally?
So I'm from Temple, Texas.
Temple,
right up the
Texas.
road. Yeah, I was born at Scott and White Hospital when it used to be just Scott and White Hospital. And
Or the Baylor was out at.
yeah. And so I was born in Temple and then proceeded after that to move around. I sat down and wrote out all the places that I lived as a child.
Mhm.
So I would have a record of it before I
Wow.
forgot. And we actually lived in 11 different places
Wow.
in 18 years.
Why did
Oh,
you move
wow.
so often?
So my stepdad, who was an engineer, mechanical, well, like an electrical engineer or something, he worked government contracts. So he worked a lot near like military bases, and so
Okay.
so he would like get a contract, say like at Fort Hood. And so we would move, like we lived in Copper's Cove for a while when I was in like second grade. And so, but we would live there for short times, like maybe a year, and then we would move. So it was really, I mean, the good part about it now as growing up in that life is I've been a lot of different places, and my parents were always really good about taking us places. Like if we lived near, the Liberty Bell, we would go see the Liberty Bell.
Yes.
So we were every weekend our parents would put us in the car and we'd drive somewhere and go see something. So, I mean, I love that part of it. The hard part was I developed a lot of really weird, emotional detachment from having, made friends and then having to leave them and having to, move around and reestablish in new schools. So it made me very kind of standoffish, probably after about middle school, I stopped making friends really where we would go. I mean, I would have a few little friends, but I would never get emotionally attached to any of them because I knew we would be leaving. But luckily, once we got into high school, my mom's like, this is going to have to stop. So we wound up staying for like 4 years. I stayed pretty much at the same high school for 4 years. So
Where was your high school you went to?
in Yuma, Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know all of that about you.
Yeah.
I
do
didn't
notice-
I didn't know. Like Kim and I have been friends for 17 years. 17 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't know about it. One night we were sitting, I think, at Via, and she shared all of this, and I was shocked. Like in the last 2 months, we had this conversation, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's such a good friend." I was like, I was like, this explains a lot.
Yeah.
Is that you, how important friends are today, and how you've leaned in differently, and it's been hard to navigate for you on some steps. Is like how deep do I go with somebody? Are they going to be around? Are they going to stick and stuff like that? And she's always been like, I want a sister, because you don't have to go through that with a sister. It's like you're stuck together.
Yeah.
We're going to be together.
Right.
And she's like, I just want that. And I was like, but you have it. It's us. We're here. We love you. And so,
But I think it also explains something about you, Kim, because, well, first off, Kim is a very good listener.
yes.
A very, very good listener. But I was telling Shelly, I said, there's so many things I don't know about her. And I think it's maybe that kind of, you're trying to figure out, like, is this a deep dive situation or is this a surface situation? And so when you deep dive, you go deep. But if it's a surface, it's going to stay that way for a while until you feel really comfortable. Did you have a big family? Was there?
No, we really didn't. And it was just my brother.
Okay.
My brother and I, my brother was 2 years younger. And actually, my stepfather was, I guess my mom and stepfather got married when I was like 5
Okay.
years old. And so, or maybe 4, I can't remember. I can remember that far back, but
That's okay.
I was around 4 or 5, and that's when we started the moving part is once they got married.
Yeah.
And it was really kind of sweet because my mom was such a sweetheart.
Oh my God.
My mom was just like,
Oh, a dream.
I mean, you know, one of the cutest things I heard on your last the podcast with
Emily.
Adeline and
Oh,
Berkeley was when
Berkeley.
Berkeley said that her mom was her best friend. Oh my God. I just like started tearing up when I heard that.
Yes.
Because my mom was my best friend too.
Yes.
And so, and maybe because when you do
All the
move around like
moving.
that, maybe
Yes.
it's because that was all I had. And Lord
Right.
knows I couldn't have been best friends with my brother. He was so not like me. So
Was he Dutch
Yeah.
ovening you?
he was just
Like
like, he was
Alex
just
him.
like a younger brother. He was just
Yeah.
like annoying in every which
Did
way.
he hit you with a bat like John did Mary?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, he bit me. I mean, he was like a total.
He's a
yeah.
little boy.
He was a little boy. Because I'm sure I dealt my own too. I remember scratching the crap out of him
Yeah.
many a times.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I gave as good as I got. But
yeah, for sure.
yeah.
But you were really tight with your mom.
Yeah, we were really, really close. And even as I was a grown up, even, you know, when I had kids and whatnot, we talked every day. We talked at least once every day. You know, just like, you know, I don't know, about nothing, you know.
Right.
And so when you lose that, and it's like the one person that really cares about you.
Oh my
Yes.
God. It's the
There's
witness of
no
your
one
life.
else.
Yeah.
And it would be different if I had a sister, because that is
Yes.
someone else that does
Exactly.
care about you in
Yes.
that manner.
But it is
so.
so different. Your mom passed away how long now? It's been
15 years.
Wow.
It was in 2010. I know, and it just seems
like
although
yesterday.
I'm not grieving it anymore, but it does just really, the time flies by so fast.
And it hits
I
you.
can't believe
It
it's
hits
been-
you at weird times, doesn't it?
I know. Yeah, it really does.
I was fortunate enough to spend some time with her mom, and it was a lot like Emily's mom, just doting on, like Kim was.
You are a diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
You shine
Yes,
like the
that's how
stars in the
Kimmy's
sky.
mom was like, "You're the best human. I love you so much. You're beautiful."
Well, fortunately, that's the way I was raised,
Mhm.
and I
And I
it
see
shows.
you with Cassidy
Same.
and Jake the same way. Like, you are such a good mom.
Oh.
You're an incredible
Yeah.
mother.
Well, that's really important. And I had a really, really good role model. And
Mhm.
so I think I probably didn't have as much on the dad side part of it. But luckily, I had a great mom who kind of overcompensated a lot
Yeah.
for that. So yeah, it was I mean, I had just like anybody else, you know, you have your good memories, and then you had memories that are just kind of like, but it's kind of what makes you who you are. So
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's so interesting. And explain your dad's involvement in your life.
like my stepdad.
No, your biological dad.
Okay, so I did not ever know my real dad. Growing up, I never even really, honestly, as a kid, I guess because I had a pretty good stepdad in the sense that he took care of us.
was a
and
provider.
He was a provider, and he, you know, he checked all the boxes and whatnot.
Right.
But, and actually, he wound up adopting me, my stepdad. When I was 12, my parents asked me if I wanted to be adopted by him. And I said, yes, I did. And so he had actually adopted me. But
I think that's so sweet.
yeah. And, but anyway, my real father, I did not know who he was. My mom was 17 when she was pregnant with me, and she was from small town Temple. And I tell you, my mom lived a really hard life in that her mother was an alcoholic, and her father died very young. And it wasn't unusual for her to come home from middle school and have to go around to the bars to try to find her mother to bring her home. So my mom had a really hard life, but you really wouldn't know it because she never dwelled on it. She
smile on
never
her
talked
face.
about it.
Yeah.
It was never like an excuse to be something other than good. So,
Yes.
but Anyway, so she was a very beautiful woman. She was very beautiful.
Gorgeous.
And she went to beauty school, and the funny story is her and her best friend went to beauty school, and they graduated, and they decided they were going to open a shop, and they opened up a little beauty shop in Temple and got everything all ready. And she said, yeah. And then we did each other's hair, and then we went out.
Sounds dreamy.
I love that.
So anyway, so she did hair during the day, and then she also worked she was like a cocktail waitress at night. But she met a man, and she became pregnant, and he was 10 or 12 years older than her.
Okay.
And she always told me there was never she said, you were wanted from the minute I knew about you.
Yeah.
And, I was always raised like that, but he was never in my life until many years ago. I was working in San Antonio. I was an area manager for a property management company. We had mostly multifamily, but some commercial stuff too. But I was an area manager, and I had like 4 or 5 different properties that I officed out of. So I would go to each property and kind of check in on how things were going, and, sit with the on-site manager and whatnot. So I was at one of our little properties that we had. It was kind of the nicer upscale properties. And it's a tiny, tiny little office. And I'm sitting in the office, and a man comes in the front office and says that he was looking for some apartments for some of his workers. They were there to do some jobs, some roofing jobs in San Antonio. And he was talking to the leasing agent, and he said that his name was Jerry Crow. And I was like, Well, the only thing I knew about my dad was my dad's name was Jerry Crow, which, is not an unusual name for sure. So, I mean, I wasn't like flipping out or anything, but I was, my antenna went up like, okay, so let me check out this guy. Yeah. So I go out to the front office, and I'm kind of looking around, trying to act like I'm busy, whatnot. And I'm looking around, and I start talking to him, and I'm like, oh, okay, so you're here looking for some apartments? And he's like, yeah, making some small talk. So he leaves to go look at the apartment, and I'm like, I'm trying to figure out if he's the right
age,
race, age, could he be? I mean, if he was 20, I was almost 30 then at that time. But anyway, so they came back, and I was like, I mean, if anyone knows me, knows that I'm not going to let something like that go.
Nope.
That man's not walking out of that office without a question. So
like a pit bull.
Yeah. So I started asking him some questions, like where he was from, and he was kind of like, I don't know. I think he was a little suspicious because I don't know if he thought I was hitting on him or something. I don't know. I was acting
He's
a little
like,
creepy.
Oh, you kind of
like,
He's like, oh, I think
I honestly think he might have thought I was kind of hitting on him a little bit, or interested in him. Anyway, so finally I said, have you ever been to Temple? And he just kind of sort of just sat there and sort of looked at me sort of strange. And then he asked me, could we step into your office, your back office? And I said, sure. So I walked, and at that point, I knew that was it. Immediately when he said, can we go into your office? I thought, oh, yeah.
Then you swabbed his inner side of his mouth.
This is him.
I need a hair sample.
Took a hair sample.
So as soon as we walked into that office and closed the door, he said, how old are you? And I said, I'm 29. And he said, I think you might be my daughter. And I said, I think I might be too. And it was very bizarre. Talk about the weirdest thing that has ever happened to me.
Wow.
And I mean, he was just like immediately very, I don't know, like, hey.
Oh my gosh. I think I would have a panic attack.
Hey. And so you want to hear the weirdest thing is that, okay. Yeah. So then I get on the phone. He's like, oh, hey, I'm in town. He lived in Houston at the time. He goes, I'm in town for like a couple of days. Can we go to dinner? Whatnot? I said, sure. So I wind up calling my mom and telling her, you're not going to believe who just walked in here. Jerry Crow. And she was like floored, like, oh my God, are you kidding me? What? Da 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 da. So she wound up coming to San Antonio. She lived in Temple, and so she wound up coming to San Antonio, and we all went to dinner, all of us.
I did not.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
Hi.
This is new news.
Yeah. So we were going to dinner, and we actually went out to there was this old nightclub there called Denim and Diamonds, and we went to D&D, and we danced, and I'm dancing with my dad.
Oh my goodness.
And
Two-stepping?
Yeah, we're just two-stepping, and we're just like, and there's my mom and him dance, and I'm like,
Oh my land.
I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone.
Wow.
Yes.
I am not kidding you. It was the weirdest thing.
How did that affect your mom? What was her takeaway?
Okay, Cassidy.
Yes.
That's my mom. Very low affect as far as
low drag.
low drag,
Yes.
like, oh, wow. I think she was, of course, my mom still looked pretty hot.
Oh,
and so
she's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
and so he was all over that.
Yeah.
And
He
was
was
she
all
still
over-
married at that point?
She was married to my stepdad. then,
Okay.
yeah. But she
Wow.
was all over trying to like.
But once you have a baby with somebody, don't you think that there's always this
Connection.
love a little bit? I mean,
I think in a lot of cases, I don't know about in his case. I don't know if someone like that, I'm not to mean any disrespect to my sperm dad, but but I don't
He was
think
not
that
worthy
certain
of
people
mom.
are just not wired that way.
yeah.
I mean, I don't think it makes them a bad, horrible person.
No
I just
way.
think that they're just not. I think he was a bit of a narcissist. I see him as being a predator in a way.
Yeah, your mom was
In
17.
a way.
And he was
And,
like 10 years older. than her.
And I mean, I don't care. I'm not one to really carry around a lot of hate. I'm not going to hate on anybody for something like that. I want to feel like people did the best they could with what they knew at the time.
Yeah.
And, but here I found out I had brothers and sisters. I found out he was married at the time. I have a sibling that is very close in age to me,
Yeah.
which means his wife was pregnant at the same time he was. So
You
we
darn
listen, but we don't
contractors.
judge.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm trying to. We listen, but we don't judge, and so I'm not judging him. That's not my job. But I didn't grow up with a dad like that. My stepdad was not like that,
Yeah.
and so I don't have a lot of. We didn't really carry on a relationship a whole lot after that. We saw each other a few times. Cassidy met him a few times, and we met up a few times. He had a place down in Houston or in Sargent, which is Bay City area
Okay.
on the Intercoastal Canal. They had a place down there. So we went a few times, but we really didn't keep up,
And he's passed away.
I honestly don't know. I tried
Okay.
to find out.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I don't have a good number for him, and I tried to do some internet searches. I would assume he probably has passed away, but I really don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that sounds really terrible.
Well, do
but
you-
Why would
I-
that sound terrible? You're the
well,
kid.
that
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
That's his
No.
job.
But
He wanted to have
it's
the
his
connection. He would have made
responsibility.
the connection.
I wonder if like your lifestyle of growing up was preparing you to manage that relationship a little bit. It's like
Oh.
don't deep dive on somebody that's not worth it.
Oh,
Kind of.
Yeah.
I had already learned that lesson
Yeah.
from being. I think I learned that from my first marriage. I definitely learned,
Which was ironically another Jerry.
which was all the Jerrys in my life. I think I don't know. No offense, Jerrys out there. There's probably some nice ones.
We're looking for a nice Jerry. We don't know if
Yeah.
they exist.
Do we know any nice?
I don't know. I don't know anybody named Jerry anymore.
I don't
think
either.
that's.
I don't either.
It's
And
kind
I
of
don't
an
think
old school name.
I don't think if we need to bring it back either.
No,
It's okay. We
Be
can
like,
let that one go.
However, your ex-husband, I've met him a couple times, and he reminds me of Elvis.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's Cassidy's dad.
Yeah, that's little Cass, my newborn. That's what I called her the other day at the nail place when we were there. I was
Oh my
introducing the
gosh.
nail lady. This is my newborn baby.
She's so gorgeous.
She's 37.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah, she's so beautiful, inside and out.
Yeah.
She's the whole package.
Yeah.
It's
She
like if someone
is.
said, what would you want in a kid? And she checks every single box. And that does not mean that she's absolutely perfect, because she is not. But she is just she's a mini me. What can I say?
Self-compliment.
I love that.
She's
Just
perfect.
kidding. Just
She's
kidding.
perfect.
Just
She's
kidding.
just like me.
Just kidding. I actually make
That's
the
not
joke.
true.
She's
Actually,
too.
Yeah, she is.
I think that's really sweet to
Actually,
say
I
that.
say, honestly, she came out pretty good in spite of me.
No way.
Because I was a single mom with her. So
Yeah.
so she got a lot of, fast food and half asleep mom and things like that. I didn't get to be the doting mom that I wish I could have been
That
with
is
her.
absolutely not
She's
true. That
extremely
is not true.
doting.
You're a doting mom. You're a doting grandmother.
You're a doting friend.
Any time where you had a misstep or whatever, you have overcompensated trifold, and I think Cassidy would agree. I know Dave would agree. So, yeah,
Very
that is, man, wow. They are very lucky to have you in their lives.
Oh, I'm the lucky one
and
for sure. They're the best. They're a little family unit, and just the fact that she married her high school sweetheart, which didn't work out so well in my case, and was something that I was not really. In the beginning, I was not really for, because I wanted her to go out and, kind of, see what's out there, test out a few models. But they fell in love.
They did.
And luckily, they've been married 14 years.
Yeah. And they love
They got staying power.
And Dave, your son-in-law, is a jewel of a human, and he loves you, and he loves Cassidy.
Yes.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love that.
It's everything, just to see them and see how they make it work together and how they really prioritize their relationship. I mean,
They do.
they love their boys, but I think they're one of the few couples I know that kind of love each other more than they love their kid. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a pretty close deal, but I love that they have been able to maintain being best friends, which is, I think, huge.
Well, I think a lot of times people they put the kids first, of course, need-wise, but then they forget you're going to be with your partner after your kids leave. Like, you're empty nesting now.
Yes.
And when they leave, then you better have a closeness with that partner because you're with them,
You're stuck
Right.
like Chuck.
But I do think, like,
Allegedly.
yeah, I think women nowadays have created their own, like, friendships and things like that. Men, on the other hand, I mean, I know Egon definitely has his buddies, but a lot of times men don't do that, and then their wives are off going on trips with their friends, and they're doing XYZ, and then the men are like at home.
Well, I feel like with Egon, I've kind of had to push him into it.
Yeah,
It's like even though he loves it, it's like I've had to sort of, say, hey, you need to do this. Hey, you need to do that.
I have to do that with John too.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm like, John, you got to get out of the house.
I think you have to like directly teach them. It's like, hey, once a week, have lunch with your guys.
Yeah,
hey, once a week,
do something.
meet them.
Go on trips with your buddies.
You can also go on a walk with your guys. You don't have to wait for me to get home.
Yes. Yeah, you could do lots of things on your
Yeah.
own.
Yeah, for sure.
So how's Jake doing these days? What's he up to?
Jake is doing well. He's right now he's actually sick. He has a cold or something, but it's not surprising because he spends a lot of time in the gym. So you know how dirty the gym is.
Right.
All that ball sweat.
Yeah, all that ball sweat and
People
it's
not wiping down the things that they're supposed to that they
yeah.
do.
Well, and it's a real gym. It's one of those like parkour gyms or one of those where they're like real workout, real fanatical. It's not 24-hour fitness for sure.
Right.
They have a boxing ring in there, and it's pretty cool. It's a cool place. But
it's training,
he's
like real training.
settling in very well. I think his host home family, his host mom and dad, people are doing an excellent job with him.
Right.
And they seem to get it. They've raised 2 sons, so they know about boys and they know about raising a man. And so it's been a good fit for us. And they say it's a good fit for them. I'm trying to imagine how, but I guess it is.
So those of you that don't know, Shelly and Kim both have something in common. They have a child on the spectrum, and
The autism spectrum. Yeah.
to be specific. And that's one thing that they really are each other's sounding board, and they support each other, and each of them have gone through a lot of difficulties and learning curves, but they have been like this. They come to each other and say, hey, this is what's going on. And they're very honest about it.
Yeah.
There's not one thing they don't share honestly. And I love that about them.
I couldn't have made it through without having a true soundboard.
Yes,
that
who
gets
actually knows what you're going through.
Exactly.
Because
It's
even
like,
as Shelly's sister and Kim's friend, I don't live it every day.
Yeah.
So it's really hard for me to have that perspective. I can have empathy and sympathy for this situation, but I don't really always get it.
But I think this is a cute story I love about the boys. So they met during extended school year.
Yes.
And like the
ESY.
first day of ESY, and I picked Coulter up from school, and they were like, hey, he has some scratches on his face and stuff. And I'm like, hey, oh, what happened? And they were like, oh, yeah, him and another kid got in a fight on the playground. I was like, oh, my gosh, I know he's strong and he's not. He's going to go for it and he's going to take somebody down. And I was like, can I get the other mom's number and just check on the kid and make sure they're okay? And so I call Kim and I go, hey, our kids got in a fight on the playground. And she was like, really? My kid's fine. He doesn't have a scratch. He doesn't have anything. And I was like, okay, well, I guess he won. And so, do you want to get a coffee tomorrow? and that was it. That's all she wrote. I mean, that was like, we were done. We were like, we love each other.
And we were thick
like,
as thieves.
Oh,
yeah. Meeting Shelly at that time was probably one of the many godsends I've had in my life, but that was probably the biggest.
Same.
Because I don't know how I would have done this journey without her. I really, really don't. I mean, she has, a lot of times made me live when I didn't know how, didn't know where to go, didn't know what to do. And I think that, the wisdom and just the caring,
just the mirror,
all
of
it.
Yeah, we understand each other at a different level than anybody else can understand the long game.
Yeah, and not only the connection with the autism connection, which I think was our first get together, but
the Virgo
gosh
connection.
dang, the Virgo connection, and I just feel like she's just a soul sister, and I mean, I feel like that, one of the most profound things that I've learned in life is when we were having a girls group on what was it? We were stuck. And we were talking about
they read a book, Stuck, and everybody deep dived it.
Yeah, and we were talking about soulmates, and we were going around talking about who's your soulmate and whatnot. And I got to thinking, and I love my family, I love my daughter, I love my kids, I love my husband. But if I really think about it, are any of them my soulmate? And I'm like, not really. And then it came to Shelly, and her soulmate, she said, was herself, and I was like, gosh, nobody told me that you could be your own soulmate. And I was just so enamored by that. And I thought, I'm going to be my own soulmate, and I'm not going to have to depend on anybody else taking care of my soul, because I'm going to take care of my own soul. And I don't know, I just thought it was just
love that.
I love it so much too. And
yeah, but honestly, listening to your whole story, Kimmy, you have always been your own soulmate.
Yeah,
I know.
You have always been there. You might have lost it, forgot about it for a while, but your childhood just resonates that you were your own soulmate. And I think your mom was your soulmate for a while, but then she's passed, and it's like,
right.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that I look at my life, and I have lived so many
lives.
different lives. I'm
Yes.
almost like, I feel like Sybil. Like, who am I really?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I've lived, the married life, the, soccer mom life. I've lived the single mom life. For 10
Yes.
years, I was single
Yes.
mom. And, I feel like I keep sort of reinventing myself. And I was thinking, why? Why do I do that? Why can't I almost attributed it to like, can't you just be happy with what you have? Why do you keep looking for something else? But then I heard a psychologist say, that is not a bad thing. Wanting to grow and change is normal.
Yeah.
Staying consistently the same your whole
Yes.
life is what's not normal. And so
I
I
feel
felt
like
better.
when somebody stays the same path, and it goes back to that book, that whatever that.
Mountain is me, the
No.
body keeps the
No.
score. I don't
Last
know.
one.
One of your
last
million
one.
self-help books.
No, it goes. No, this isn't. This is that Byron Katie is like, it's easy to do this without ever changing yourself. It's easy road when you're not engaging with people and navigating and going through those hard things. Life can be really easy that way, but we want a beautiful life, and we want to take it up to the next level. So we challenge ourselves, and so we're always changing and fluctuating and pushing ourselves out into the community instead of hiding at home and stuff. And that's where the real work gets done. Is
Yeah.
like when you take this on the road
Yeah.
and navigate it in different spaces. And so, yeah, we're always changing, and we're always going to be insatiable. Enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, and that's kind of why I sort of had that awakening of I'm not insatiable in a negative way.
no way.
Because I started thinking, what's wrong with
Yeah.
you? Why can't you just be happy with what you have? Why are you constantly trying to more, this, that? But that's just my nature. And I'm a very curious, inquisitive, and I want to experience things.
Yeah.
I
Can
don't want
you-
to just sit there and let life be living me around me. I want to be
You want
part
to be
of
the
all
main
of it.
character.
Can
in your-
you
Yeah.
can you imagine if like Steve Jobs or anybody was satiable, like they were like, this is enough, I'm done.
Yeah.
Where would the world be if there were people that weren't? If everybody was like, I'm fine.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, where the curiosity was gone.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
goodness. Thank goodness you
know.
pushed those envelopes.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
we have some good questions, and we're gonna have to bring you on. I know again because we need to get into
We need
pans
to
and
do that.
pandas and
Yes.
Yeah,
I
I
mean, we
figured
just-
Pans and Pandas might be a whole show on
That's
its
a whole
own.
show.
But we
Yeah.
want to do some self-improvement on ourselves, so we have some questions.
Okay, so, well, first off, how did you meet Egon?
So we met on Match,
Oh, okay.
Match.com.
Put
Hey,
it
you
up
guys,
there.
Yeah.
those dating apps do work.
Yeah.
Well, hey, and get this. This was way back in the dark ages when dating online had just started. And
Uh-huh.
I had been single for a long time. I had had several relationships just, here and there. But my friend got on it and she said, you need to get on this. It's so funny. It's so fun. So I did get on it. And that's how we started talking just online. And then it took us, then I kind of started dating someone. So we stopped talking for a while. And then I kind of went back to him. So I think I was kind of interested online about some things that we'd been talking about. I knew he was a single dad. He had a daughter. And so I was like,
Are
and
Cassidy and his daughter about the same age?
they're 6 years apart.
Okay.
So Jake, Cassidy, and Emily are all 6 years apart.
Oh, yeah. Mine are all 5 years apart.
Yeah.
So-
So, yeah, I mean, so we met, and so I probably should have seen kind of who he was in the beginning because he never really even asked me for my phone number. We would talk, and then he finally asked me for my phone number. This was way back in dark ages before texting, really.
Yeah.
We did have You've Got Mail.
That's right.
You've Got Mail. So we decided to meet up finally for lunch On the Border.
Okay.
And we had, I had not even posted a picture of myself on that dating app because I really didn't want anyone dating me based on just looks or whatever. I wanted it to be more than that.
Because you're
So,
hot.
please.
You are.
So, but I did have a picture of him. And so, because, I'm a lot of ways, I'm, not fair, but that's just kind of the way I was. And so I did have a picture of him, so I knew what he looked like. But we had a pretty good first date, and I really liked him, and I felt like he felt real normal to me, which was unusual. And he invited me to immediately after we went out, I think like the next day, he invited me to go have coffee somewhere. I think it was somewhere downtown. I think it was used to be called the library, but it's not the library now.
Yeah.
It's like you sit there with coffee and there's, I don't know. It was very cute. And he worked downtown in the Littlefield building. And so he knew all downtown places, and he was this man about town and everything back then.
And those pictures of young Egon are HOTTOGO.
Oh my gosh. When I had been on like a pretty like a 1-year dry spell. And so after we went and had coffee, we went and sat in the car and we were making out, and I started rubbing his biceps, and I'm like, I said rubbing, and I know it's going to scare you, but started rubbing his biceps. And I was like, oh my God. And so I knew,
yummy.
I knew it was on. And so I went back.
And you said, get on.
Yeah, basically. Well, the next day I went to work and I told my friend that I worked with, and I said, oh yeah, I was good. I said, because, I had Cassidy. So every other weekend she went with her dad. And so I said, that's my
the
free
one good
weekend.
thing about divorce.
My free weekend.
I'm
doing him this weekend. I had already decided I'm doing him this weekend.
Yeah.
And so
back in the day we said doing him.
Doing him. Yeah, I'm doing him this weekend. And so that's that.
And then what happened?
And he, we 34 years old. What happens?
You fell in love.
We fell in love. No, we didn't fall in love.
Oh.
We're pregnant.
Oh, okay.
We're pregnant. So
It was meant to be.
yeah. Like, okay, who even gets pregnant at 34? And yes, we were using protection. And yes,
that happens. Yeah.
you know where babies come from. And yes, no, it was not something I wanted. And no, I wasn't trying to trap Egon. And anybody who was asking any questions.
He was trying to trap you.
He was in charge of birth control.
He was going into the condoms.
He was
and poking a bunch of holes in it.
Wonder. Or maybe his mom was, because his mom did come and help him move into that apartment.
Yeah.
And so maybe she did.
She's just
figure,
like,
I'm going to go in there and
poking holes in all his condoms.
I don't know. So yeah, and so I was in a really, oh my gosh, talk about a pickle. I was a single woman. I had a 12-year-old. I'm like,
talk about a pickle.
Talk about oh my God, girl, what are you going to do? What are you going to do with your life? And so I was obviously looking at all options, and I don't know. Sometimes I don't even know how I come to the decisions I do, but when I decide, that's just it. I decide. And so I decided that I was going to keep my baby because it was my baby. I feel like my children are my children and they really don't belong to anybody else. But
gotcha.
Anyway, I told him, and mind you, I mean, we had been dating for like literally by then.
Hour.
Literally by then for like a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like by then it had been about a month. And back to pregnancy, I am the type of person that when I'm pregnant, when the sperm meets the egg, my boobs start hurting. I mean, I'm immediately, pregnancy symptoms are immediate with me.
Yes.
And I know my body so well, and I immediately start, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. Something's going on here. So anyway, I told him, I know I don't know you, but no, I'm just kidding. No,
I'm
just
sorry.
kidding.
I'm sorry. Is this Egon? Is this Egon? Is that how you say your name?
I know, right? No, back then he told me his name was Kurt.
Oh yeah, that's his middle name.
In the beginning, he told me, but by then I didn't know.
Because nobody could say Egon, so everybody it was like
Egon?
Kurt.
Egon.
I mean, some people.
Well, anyway, so I told him I was pregnant and I was gonna have the baby, and I felt like that he could do whatever he wanted to do, that I was not about to go make someone be a parent that didn't want to be a parent, and that he could do what he chose to do. And he chose to stick around. And, we talked about getting married a few months into the pregnancy, and I'm like, I'm not getting married just because I'm pregnant. And so we waited till Jake was about a year old, and then we wound up going on a cruise, and we got married in Grand Cayman. It was beautiful. It was
Nice.
perfect. It was everything perfect for what our situation was. I mean,
Sure.
we obviously didn't get together on normal circumstances, but I don't know. God works in mysterious ways.
Yes.
So.
I love
And
that.
we've been married 24 years.
Yeah.
So it's working.
And I think we should mention that Egon and Adrian are very close friends.
Very close.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
they
I,
are.
I think
Egon's a great guy.
dads that have children with autism, they really lean in with each other.
They need
Steve
each
and
other,
Adrian
just like
and
you need
Egon.
each other.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's the
So-
same as
And they have the
us.
funniest little jokes about it. It's like, it's tism, the tisms.
The tisms. Oh, I know. They have
hilarious.
such a beautiful friendship, all
They
three of them,
do.
and I'm grateful for it, and I know that he is too.
Yes.
He's the old men are from Mars. He's very much a Martian, so he doesn't show his emotions, but he's very grateful for those guys.
I think
and-
they just want him to move into retirement state so they can hang out more.
Oh my gosh. Egon works like 90-hour
a
weeks.
day.
Right, I know.
There's not even 90 hours, but
he is
finds way to
he's
do
a
it.
tiny bit of a workaholic, but we're trying to reprogram that a little bit out of him. He's a little bit of that. You know how we talked about someone who's consistent and on the same level. That's kind of Egon. And
Right.
I don't know, maybe some couples you need to have both to sort of balance each other out.
Right,
But
yin and yang.
he's very. I mean, he could
Stable.
have the same car, the same house, the same pair of jeans, the same whatever for probably 50 years.
Yeah.
And not even quite. I get bored. I'm like, I'm tired of that, but he doesn't. He's just, go along with whatever. So, but yeah, the workaholic thing is in the beginning, I was like so grateful, like, God, oh my God, he's such a hard worker. And in a day and age where you've got so many people that don't want to work, it's really nice, but it's also, it's kind of lonely,
Yeah.
It's kind of a lonely, especially for me, because I'm kind of high need, I guess. I'm kind of high maintenance. So like I need entertain me a little bit.
Yeah. Attention.
Give me some attention. But that's where my friendships have come in really handy.
Yes.
My tier one
Just
girls have been very, very,
tier
very
one, tier one.
tier one. Yeah, it's been
So- If you were going to give yourself a warning label, what would it be? What would it say?
warning to others.
To anybody, yeah.
Yes.
Shelly
already made yours up.
I don't even.
Oh, I'd say definitely dangerous.
Dangerous.
I'm definitely dangerous.
Oh my gosh, we had a classmate. Kim and I took classes at ACC, and she wore a wristband all the time that said
Fall risk.
Oh,
"Fall
yeah.
risk."
Like I had an Emily when she picked me up from the
Fall
risk.
risk.
I think you were saying like it's expensive to be me or something.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that
That's
too.
like bring your
but
A game.
and I started like people make jokes about the Louis and this and that, and I was talking to somebody the other day. I
She's
think
worth it.
Larissa or somebody, and I said, I don't know why that makes me feel guilty. Like if somebody's oh, you're just so bougie, da 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 da, and I don't know
There's nothing
why
wrong
it
with
should
that.
bother me, but it.
No.
Like I start feeling guilty, like maybe I'm being too frivolous, or maybe I'm being too this, but I tell my friend, you all go, Leticia, you guys go on trips
Yes.
and you go places. I haven't had that luxury all these years in our relationship. My luxury item is a Louis.
yes.
So it's just different. It's
Don't
a different
apologize.
way.
Don't apologize.
Don't apologize.
John says
Maybe
I'm
that's
1,000
it.
tiny cuts. I don't make huge purchases, but I make a lot of small
Little,
purchases.
Yeah. And so it's just
Shelly
different.
spends all her money like hanging out with her friends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mine is social.
Yeah.
And comedy.
Yeah, she'll buy things just for joke. I don't think
Oh,
people...
I think I said
should
your
apologize
warning
for
label was like, you can't afford this.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
You can't afford this.
Okay. So
Thank God for Egon. I have to speak on Egon's behalf.
Yes.
Egon
he's a great
is madly in love with Kim.
Yes.
He's madly in love
That's
with
true.
everything about Kim.
Obsessed.
He thinks she's
So
the
cute.
funniest human.
It's very sweet.
He loves everything about her. He loves
What's not to
her
love?
style. I know. He loves her style. He loves how she takes care of the family. He loves how she, takes care of the home and how well she takes care of herself.
Yes.
And I think because you're so independent, he does not, he knows you don't need him, that you want him.
Right.
But Egon, she wants you.
Yes.
She
At
wants
home.
you at home.
I want you, all of you.
Yummer.
Get on.
Get on.
Get on. That's a joke between us.
That's their thing.
Because he's not real well, he's not big into foreplay. But anyway, it's like more like get on. Okay.
It's so cute. And he gets the giggles and let's imitate his laugh. It's so cute.
Oh, it's adorable.
He does
And
love her.
yeah,
so much.
we just have to get him back. We've all been through quite a crisis in our family,
Yes.
and we've really just kind of all coming out of it. And he's coming out of it in his way.
Yes.
And
Hurry up.
Yeah, so we're working on trying to get him back to the old fun self that
Silly
he used to be.
Egon, yeah.
But yeah, I miss that too.
Yeah.
He's going to get there.
He's going to get
Yeah,
there.
I
He's
think
going to
so,
come
too.
back.
We just need to set up like Perry's on Fridays.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
So I know that you guys were Bunko buddies. Now it's just been, y'all still call it the Bunko group?
We're the
Empty nesters. But who's your favorite friend in Bunko?
Oh my gosh. Can you believe that question? That's like, who do you
Liz.
like better, your mom or
Liz.
your dad?
Yeah, Liz, Lou, for different reasons.
Yeah, Liz Alma. Oh my God.
my
She's
I know.
like
y'all have such
a
sweet
heart and
friendship.
soul for me. That woman
She's so kind.
has picked me up and dusted me off and dried my tears. And
Yes.
we have laughed so much and had so many great adventures, driving all over the state, going to yarn crawls. And I mean, I love her love for adventure. And I have that too.
Yes.
And we're not in a position right now to really exercise a lot of it, but I'm looking forward to maybe in the future we can do more. But
They're Thelma and Louise.
Yes.
I think it's the closest thing you have to a sister.
to sister.
yeah, she lives on my street, and I mean she's the
That's so
kind that
great.
I could say, are you home? When I'm having trouble with Jake, she'd say, let me put my bra on. It's like would be rolling down, let me, and I mean, we've been running through fields looking for my son. And I
Yeah.
mean, that's the kind of friend she is.
Yes,
And
yes.
I just don't know what
She
I would
is
do
a
without her.
gem.
And Larissa is very much right up there with her too. I just
gosh.
love her.
I know.
I mean, God,
It's like
Shelly is a bestie.
Lou is your
She's my Vegas and
Yeah.
shopping.
yes.
And mall
and
shopping.
taking care of your body.
Oh,
and,
yes,
lose your gal on that. Liz is a soft place to fall.
Yeah.
Like she
will be
is-
there, warrior for you.
Oh my
as
gosh,
well.
Jody! They've started TikToking that at Hobby Lobby stuff.
Oh,
like,
you have?
oh my
So
gosh, they're
funny.
so funny. Follow Kim on. Are y'all dropping those on Instagram?
No, I haven't even put that on because I was like a practice one, and I think I looked stupid, and so I
No
want to do it
way.
again. And so
Yeah.
I want to learn how to do it like right. I don't know how to do anything. I'm not technical. I mean, I've really fallen behind in technical in my age, and so I want to learn how to make those little videos
They're
without
so
looking
funny.
stupid. And so
I hear
what I
ya.
do now is I just do stuff and I send it to Cass. Like that poor girl doesn't have enough going on, but say, can you fix this up for me, or can you chisel some off of my chin? I love to, or whatever, because she's a hobby photographer, and so
I love that.
yeah.
And so,
So out of all
hopefully they will release them.
Out of all the Bunko people y'all hang out with or empty nesters, who would you vote off the island?
Oh my God, are you out of your mind?
We already thinned it out.
They've already
They're
been
just
voted off.
kidding.
All the ones
Voted
that are
off.
voted off are gone. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
There's one more. I'm just
I
kidding.
can't stand that, and it's probably me.
No.
That if you can't figure out who needs to be voted off, it's probably you.
Like they say, if you're if you've never been bullied, you're the bully.
That's right.
We often are like, oh, are they gonna kick us off? Like we're all scared. It's like, oh, they're gonna stop.
Then
Oh,
you just start your own group. It doesn't matter.
I know. I think everybody in our group has worried about getting voted off the island. I mean, but I think that we're all pretty much lifers at this point.
Yeah, we're
so.
lifers.
I got it. I was just
Stuck
kidding
like
on that one,
Chuck.
but I like to ask.
She just wanted to ask you.
I think
Now,
I also
Letty,
answered that one.
Letty might kick me off of the island because since I stole her maids. Well, actually, she gave me her maids.
God.
She actually gave me her lovely, lovely maids, and then they wound up firing her. And so, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I would
And
kick
it
you
is
off my
it is brought up.
It's a little hot button subject,
It's a hot
but
button.
it's kind of
and it's brought up by somebody every time we're together.
That's
I know.
I get it.
It's so funny. It is,
But I
definitely-
love that's kind of the sweet part about mine and Letty's relationship is that we kind of give. She's a tough lady too, and
She
so
is.
we like to give it to each other and stuff.
Yeah.
And she comes over and she'll do something silly and I'm like, what? Like beat up my cat or something. Like, why are you beating up my cat? I'm like, I hate cats.
Well, Kim's cat is so funny. I've shared videos of it. That cat just walks around talking to Kim the whole day, and it's like, meow, 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 meow.
Egon calls me the Pied Piper because
Yes.
all the animals follow me
Yeah.
everywhere I go, and they're always laying by me. And when I get up, they get in my spot.
Yes.
Oh.
They're like, I just
Something
want to be
about
their
I don't
mama.
know.
Oh, that's your pheromones.
Meow.
I think it's that I feed him.
Oh, that too. That too. I get that. That's how Georgia is.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we like your style. We feel like you have a very classic style.
We're taking notes.
What do you think every woman should have in their wardrobe? What is a must-have?
Spanx.
Oh yeah, for sure. Although I kind of
Yeah.
retired my Spanx. I'm like
Yeah.
tired of feeling so uncomfortable.
Yes.
Every girl should have in her wardrobe.
Yes.
A Louis.
Well, that's a given. Yeah, I was thinking something like more everybody might like. Like everybody should have a good, at least 35 pairs of shoes.
Oh,
Yes, Shelly, you need to get on that.
I don't have a space.
Because there's shoes for every, like, you have to have your sandals, and you have to have your
Yeah.
heels, and you have to have your boots, and then you have to have the short boots and the tall boots, and then you have to have your tennis shoes, and more than one pair, Shelly.
Yeah, that's right.
More than one pair of tennis shoes.
You got to have
I
like
get-
a
I
different
get-
pair for each.
Hey, I need to.
outfit.
Hey, I need to tell y'all something, and I need y'all not to judge.
Okay, we listen and
but
we don't judge.
Y'all both give me hand-me-downs.
Not me, not shoes. Little tiny feet over there, tiny Tim.
I have like 3 very nice pairs of shoes that you were like, I was like, oh, I really like those, and you gave them to me, and then you went and bought yourself new ones.
That's,
Oh, because they were too small for me. That's right. That's
Ah.
right. They were teeny tiny, and
They
I'm
were
like,
like,
I don't know anybody who has these little bitty baby feet except for Shelly.
Yeah,
So
and
we have
so
small
I love
feet.
your, I
Small
love
feet,
your,
small hands.
I love your mispurchases. And like all of our furniture is either from you or you.
I know. That's,
I
well,
love
you're
to, I
smart.
love to hand stuff to people.
I love
and, you know, and
hand-me-downs.
I that ratty old chair I had in my living room, and it had like the cat had been laying on it, and it had like cat. It was shredded on the corners,
Yeah.
and I set it outside out front because the people drive around. They always pick it up. So anytime we want to get rid of something, somebody takes it.
No.
Well, it sat out there all day and nobody took it. So I wasn't going to leave it out there. So we brought it in, and Letty came over with Steven that night. We were playing cards. I was
Mhm.
showing him my new garage makeover.
Was she the one that said that goat doesn't fit in your
Yeah, but she loved that chair.
Donkey.
She took that
Donkey.
chair home.
Of course.
I,
I
was
mean,
like,
she.
good for you.
I'm sorry. Kim's like, hey, you guys, I cleaned out my garage. I mean, my closet, and Leticia was over there in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I have to say, y'all can come by if you see anything in these pictures that you might want, let me know, because I'm going to take these to the Goodwill. And not sooner that I've sent the message, there's Letty. Hi, Letty. I mean, in all honesty, she does live a block away from
She
me,
does.
so
Well,
she's very
I think that's
close.
good. That's how Katie Daly was with me.
And
I love that.
and she also uses those items for her mom's.
She does.
Yeah.
She does. She gives a lot of stuff to the
Or she
people at
takes
the
yours
retirement.
and gives away something of hers.
Yeah.
She's a
Resourceful,
flow-through. Yeah, she
yeah.
does a lot of it, and I love that because
Me too.
I'm kind of like I get tired of things. Like I don't want to. I don't want. That's why I don't want to spend $4,000 on one pair of shoes because I won't like them in about 5 or 6
Right.
years. So
No, just have many different pairs.
35 pairs. At
Yes.
least 35 pairs.
At least 35 pairs.
Okay, but get to it. We're running out.
Okay,
of
sorry.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Out of time.
Uh-oh.
That's okay.
But we have a big question.
Okay, so how much do you normally spend on treatments at the spa monthly?
That's not the question.
It bleeds into it.
Probably about. Shh! Don't tell Egon.
Okay, don't worry. He won't listen. He's too busy working.
Probably, I would say like about $300 a month.
That's not bad.
No, I mean, because it breaks it up, but that's not including things like if I go do something big, but that's just maintenance, like lashes and
And I spend $300 a month just going to Matt's El Rancho.
I know. That's easy.
It's just different ways of spending money.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
get your lashes done. What else do you get done?
I'm getting my nails done.
They look
which
great.
I had quit doing that
Beautiful.
for many, many years. I
Nails.
used to be a nail lady, and I'm getting lashes. Oh, Botox.
Okay.
I don't do filler. I have done it before, but I don't do filler. I
I think filler can be really tricky.
Yeah,
People
and it kind
can
of makes
start
me
looking
nervous.
like cats.
Yeah. And I do things like I get pretty regular facials and things like that, but pedis, I get regular pedicures. I mean, I say to Egon, it costs a lot of money to look this good. I mean, what do you
Yes.
want? I mean,
Do you want me to look ugly like Shelly and Jody?
Do you want me to look homeless like Shelly?
Where we have faces for podcasts?
Yeah, exactly.
well,
So-
I feel like and let's just be clear about this. I mean, yes, I mean, everyone wants to look their very best. However, I do it for myself because if I feel like I look good, I feel better.
Yes.
And it's really important for my mental health to look good is part of my mental health.
Yes.
And so it has nothing to do with I want to impress anyone. I don't care really. I care, but I don't care what people think. So it's for me.
It's really for you. Okay. This is our
Last question.
our last question. And then we have to have you back on the podcast pretty quickly because I want to do like a second interview because we ran out of time. If you were going to get Shelly and I a treatment, what do you think we should do every month so that we can look as beautiful as you?
How do we look as hot as you? Please guide us.
Okay, well, first of all, Shelly, and maybe you, Jody, but not Jody so much. I would go get your eyebrows microbladed.
Okay.
Okay. All right, we're taking note.
Yeah, microbladed.
Okay.
Where they color them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
just did that.
Bonnie
Yeah.
did. I mean,
No,
I can't
you
really
didn't
see
get them
her.
microbladed. You got them dyed.
You got them tinted.
Tinted.
Well,
And
my
Shelly came out looking like Oscar the Grouch.
it will fill in these holes where your hair doesn't grow, or
Right.
these because like at the end they start getting real sparse, and so it'll
Yes.
fill that in.
Okay.
So
Yeah, you do have great
Oh my
eyebrows.
Yeah, because I think eyebrows are just kind of a part of your face. Not
It
so
is.
much when you wear glasses.
Exactly. We
The
wear
bigger
glasses.
the glasses, nobody can.
We
But,
don't
yeah.
even need glasses. We're just
And
wearing-
also, I've been getting a lot of laser. I've been getting laser hair removal.
On
I've been
your
doing that a
nail?
lot on
face.
on my face and on my legs
Yeah.
and under my. Well, no, I did legs and underarms, but I mean, yeah, pretty much everything.
Well, I guess I had been drinking and I accidentally shaved off
your
part of my
eyebrow.
eyebrow, and then I looked like Bert.
Coulter.
Yes, Coulter when he shaved his
I
eyebrow.
just
And
came
then
across
Jake-
that photo
and then
the other
Jake
day.
and Jake and Coulter both did it. Jody. Okay,
Oh my
Texas,
gosh.
Texas, yeehaw.